Hi everyone, this is Steve Krause. I'm coming at you today from my home office. I'm kind of a gray, weird sort of day outside. I have a window over here, that's why I'm looking over there. Um, I don't think I've given one of these video updates so far. This is a little later in the semester for me than I normally would, but I like to record some of these sorts of things throughout the term just to give you an idea of, that I am a real person out there and, and I know how this video stuff works because you'll be working with that a little bit later on. Just a brief update about where we're at right now. It's been kind of an interesting term so far because we started off with 12 students and already before, or I'm sorry, we started off with 20 students and already before the first essay is due, the class is down to 12, which I find very kind of weird. I'm not quite sure what the deal is with that. So I don't know. Maybe somebody has some thoughts they want to share as to why that'd be the case. The class, I'm not really doing anything different in this online version of the class than I have done in past online versions of the class. It just seems a little bit strange to me. So anyways, it seems to me that everyone's wrapping up the peer review for the Writing as a Technology project. Peer review is one of those things for me that I think is really up. You have to get out of it what you're going to get out of it. And peer review is one of those things that takes a little bit of practice. So I guess what I'm trying to get at is that sometimes the first peer review can be a little bit rocky because you're not quite sure what to say, you're not quite sure what my expectations are, you're not quite sure what other people's expectations are, and that's okay. I think that peer review is one of those things that takes a little practice. So my hope is that by the time we get to the last project of the class, the peer review process will make more sense for everybody. I say this also for those of you who are going to go out and be high school teachers someday. Peer review is one of those things that when you try it with your own students, it's going to take more than one or two sessions for it to work out. So give it a chance, and you should give it a chance too for our class this term as well. Now I'm looking at the calendar of events, which is on my other screen over here, and I have to say that one of the reasons I'm posting this video is I'm a little bit concerned about where we're at in terms of how we're following this calendar. So for example, today is October 2nd, and it says on the calendar, begin by Wednesday and complete by Friday, and it has a variety of different things, including Strunk and White's Elements of Style, and your first blog post on Strunk and White first impressions should be posted beginning on Wednesday and completed on Friday. And this is a pattern I've seen with the class so far, where the schedule says begin by Monday, complete by Wednesday, begin by Wednesday, complete by Friday, and what everyone seems to be doing is waiting until Wednesday or Friday to do everything. Look, that's not going to work because the idea of the online discussion on EMU Online is it's an online ongoing discussion. And if everybody waits until the last possible moment when things are due, then we can't really discuss them because the idea is that people post and I give you a window of opportunity as to when to post, but then the idea is that a discussion, evolves and happens during that time. So let me just be very, very clear about this. For next week, October 5th through October 9th, it says begin by Monday, complete by Wednesday, discuss the elements of style, do this after your first blog post, and so forth. And then it says begin by Wednesday and complete by Friday, read and discuss the introduction, first three chapters of Joseph Williams' Style Toward Clarity and Grace, and so forth. When I say begin by Monday, what that means is that I'm expecting everyone in the class to post a comment about the reading Elements of Style by Monday, October 5th, and then once everyone posts it, then we can begin a kind of a conversation that will wrap up on the 7th, I guess it would be, which would be the Wednesday. When I say begin by Wednesday and complete by Friday, what I mean is that I expect everyone to post an introductory comment about the first three chapters in the introduction of Joseph Williams by Wednesday, and then we'll wrap it up by Friday. Okay? Begin Monday, begin Wednesday. That's when you should first be posting about these readings. It's going to come back and hurt you in terms of participation grade if this isn't something that people get on board with, and it's not going to make the discussion as useful because again, if everybody's waiting until the last minute, then we're not really having a discussion. The other thing I want to talk about briefly is the blogs. I just got done reading through everyone's blogs, and so far people are kind of getting the hang of it. The blog posts become more significant, I think, with the second unit on style, and I think when you look at the assignments for it, you'll see what I mean. But even the first blog units are kind of interesting. It's always interesting to see what people have to say about style initially as the class gets started. And it's also interesting for me to read the different ways in which writing technologies have shifted for people. I think that most people are kind of in the same place nowadays where they really are seeing the computer as essentially their main technology. And, you know, most people, they use one of these things to write as opposed to, well, geez, I don't even know if I have, here we go, here, like one of these things. You know, remember those pens? And there's still some people out there who also tend to use one of these things. This is my iPhone. They talked about that a bit as a writing technology. I think that actually the phone is going to be increasingly an important writing technology as time goes on, to be honest. I think that we're all going to get really, really good at doing that kind of thing. But anyways, the blog posts are really interesting, and I keep that sort of portion of it up. The most important thing about the blog posts is that you do them, because my thinking about the blog posts is that if you write regularly about the reading and about the projects in the class in your blogs, that will help you with these other assignments. And as you'll see with this next unit, the blog posts become a more integral part of the writing project. The last thing I wanted to talk about here real quick is I'm doing one thing I'm experimenting with a little bit differently this semester is instead of you handing in your essays through the Dropbox on EMU Online, I want everyone to post their essays onto their WordPress.com blog. Now, I explained basically how to do this on the Writing as Technology Dropbox, and I explained a little bit when people were setting up the blogs to begin with, but basically what you want to do is instead of creating a post, you want to create a page. And again, look at the Writing as Technology Dropbox. I think the instructions there are pretty clear. The typing's the same, and what you would really want to do is, you know, write your essay. Well, you've already written in Google Docs and probably in Microsoft Word or something like that. You want to copy and paste it into your blog space and do some editing to make sure that it's formatted correctly and things like that. But the point is that it's not a post; it's a page. And I explain exactly how I think you should do that under the Writing as Technology Dropbox, and I have an example of that, and I have a link to it, what I think it should look like. If you have any questions about this, just send me an email and I'll help you out. But listen, if you're kind of concerned in terms of the logistics of this, and when I say post versus page, you're not seeing what I'm getting at, then I'd really encourage you to check it out now before the thing is due, because the thing is still due no matter what by the end of the day on Monday. And it needs to be posted not as a post, but as a page on your WordPress.com blog. Okay, I think that's it about it for now. So I'm looking forward to reading everyone's posts about Strunk and White on Monday, not Wednesday. And we'll keep pushing with that pattern. Mondays and Wednesdays, those are the days to begin commenting on stuff, not Wednesday. Okay, I'll see you online.